It is a good day here in Kenya, Africa, in the countryside on the slopes of Kilimanjaro Hills. I just thank God for the gift of life. But before we get into today's agenda, let me welcome you back to African Mom's World, where we largely talk about gardening, the organic way, in a small space. There has been a lot of talk about the biting economy, not only in our country, Kenya, but in other countries too. In Kenya, we call it uchumi, meaning hard times, where we are doing what it takes to save money and make money. Today, the budget is being read, and definitely prices of almost all commodities is going to go up. For me, one of the ways is definitely dealing with gardening so as to be able to look at how these economic times or the economic situation can be dealt with. And this gardening can be done in whatever space that someone has, whether it is small or big, whether we're in the rural or in the urban areas. And as a result, we are all talking about the same thing: eating healthy. I want us to reflect about something. And let's just face it. At the beginning of each year, most people make goals. And from being inquisitive, most people's goals have eating healthy among the 3 top goals. Other people even go further to mention eating organic fruits and vegetables. Underline the word organic. Not so different from me. Eating well, looking good, being healthy is top on the list. A good diet drives many illnesses away, leaving the body healthy and strong. I guess this is everyone's desire. It's just that somewhere along the way, we let it go. As I always say, grow what you eat, or better still, eat what you grow. On our farm, we are doing well. Despite the temperatures being quite high, we are experiencing actually very high temperatures. But our farm is looking good. Dry as it may seem, but there is food, plenty of food on our farm. And it's actually another harvesting season. You won't believe it. Just a month ago, we had plenty of dark leafy vegetables on this farm. More so, cowpeas and beans. From eating the leaves, we got iron and fiber and generally enjoyed the season. And this kept us away from the grocery market for some time, since we harvested most of our vegetables from our organic farm. I hope you know that bean leaves are extremely nutritious, especially when eaten tender, and the taste is also really nice. Other than just what we get from eating the leafy vegetables, if they are packaged and marketed well, we can also be a good source of revenue because more and more people are becoming aware of the health benefits of organic vegetables. Whereas it has done well on our farm, there are many challenges which people may experience. Others may talk about space, others about the availability of these vegetables, others about affordability, but still, knowledge is power. Let's strive to eat organic food because they are more healthy and have less health risks. They have endless benefits. But now that the leaves have dried up and we are harvesting the cowpeas seeds and just a few of the beans, it's good for us to know what do we get, what benefit is there in these cowpea seeds. Because I'm sure there's somebody out there like me who knew that the cowpea seeds are just for planting so that we eat the vegetables. But in some communities, they actually cook the cowpeas and eat it with different things like rice, sometimes mix it in maize and beans, and I'm told it makes a very nice stew. But what are the benefits? And top on the list, did you know that cowpeas are rich in proteins and also carbohydrates? So what better seed to eat than cowpeas? Secondly, let's look at the nutritive value. Just like the leaves, cowpeas are rich in fiber, and this fiber helps to reduce constipation. Let's put it at this. Any pregnant woman can attest to this. Constipation during pregnancy is very common and very uncomfortable. But if we can include cowpeas in our diet, then this can make the pregnancy journey quite enjoyable. The cowpea seeds are rich in vitamins, vitamin A and vitamin C, which help to boost immunity, and it also reduces the severity of illnesses. So this can be eaten by everybody, children, young, adolescents, old, just through the cohort. Anybody can eat cowpea seeds. And maybe now this is the best about these cowpea seeds. It has an amino acid that helps to improve sleep patterns and insomnia. I'm sure people who are having sleep problems, especially the elderly, this is some good news for us. People have done crazy things just to reduce weight. I'm not talking about physical activity for someone just to be healthy, but I'm talking about someone who is intentionally planning to lose weight. Since cowpeas have a lot of fiber, they're actually high in fiber. When you consume them often, they make you feel full for a longer time. Actually, most of the time you're feeling full. So you definitely feel less hungry and only eat when it is necessary. You know, I sometimes ask myself, who told us that we must eat 3 meals per day and 2 snacks and less otherwise? You know, it has become a habit, and yet we have not been able to control the amount that we eat during those times. So eventually we find ourselves overeating, and in the process we gain a lot of weight. So if your goal is to lose weight, a good way of doing this in a manner in which you can control your weight is through consumption of cowpea seeds more often in the week. So if you're the type of person who wants to have a diet plan and you have a nutritionist on board, or even you if you're just an African mom and the one who is in charge of your kitchen, ensure that you have included cowpea seeds into your menu, because that's very healthy, that's good for the family. And so this is how I spend my day. For the whole of this week, actually 2 weeks, coming to the farm and plucking these pods every day. It is actually very time consuming, and I tell you, it's really on a small scale, but it is time consuming. Being done daily, because if you just leave them, the pods are going to crack or they are going to burst, and these seeds are going to fall into the soil. And once they are in the soil, that will be permanent. Every time you plant something, these cowpea seeds will just sprout up themselves. So you need to do it daily, daily, daily. The other challenge on this sort of farming is that I mix the beans and the cowpeas as well as the green grams. And you see they mature at different times. Just look at these cowpeas. Some are still green. Others are looking brown, but they are not yet dried. So you have to pluck each one just one by one. It's so tedious. But anyway, there is no better time for a farmer than during harvest time. We shell them manually, but it is quite fulfilling. I have this African tray full today, and this is what I'm going to be shelling manually. Time consuming, but I really like it. Really like it because I have now plenty of harvest and this can be eaten for a longer time. I have giveaways. Yeah, what else would you want as a farmer is to see the results. So I'm very happy. There are different types, some from these red ones and the others that are looking brown. And I've just plucked them together because when you cook them, it's not that others get ready faster. No, they just cook at the same time. And since food security is about having food at your disposal throughout the year, gardening is something good. You may not get so much, but you have a little here and a little there, and this will keep you and your family going. You'll be able to save some of the money and have a variety of foods grown from a source that is reliable, and you can plan your garden yourself on what actually you want to be eating so that you have them at your backyard. It's not so difficult as long as there is a will. So thank you so much for being available to watch this video until this point. I just hope that you have learned something, and we'll try it if you haven't. And as I say, wherever possible, eat what you grow or grow what you eat on whatever small space that you have. I cannot thank you enough. Kindly subscribe so that YouTube can be able to notify you when we have put another video. Thank you once more and goodbye.